What's good, everybody? It's Rome. So I just saw Thor: Love and Thunder today, a few hours ago. So still fresh in my mind. I gotta say this about this movie. Um, it's not great at all. It's very Batman Forever-ish. Like if there was a Batman Forever movie in the MCU, it would be Thor: Love and Thunder, and that's exactly what this movie is. First 20 minutes of the movie, it's actually pretty good. Also, it's going to be a full spoiler review. Fair warning if you haven't seen the movie yet. But the first 20 minutes is really, really good. You're into it. You like what's going on. And also, the first 20 minutes is literally the trailers you've already seen before. All the actors did their job. Actors as well. I thought Tessa Thompson, Natalie Portman, Chris Hemsworth, Christian Bale, who they all did a great job with their performances. But the problem with this movie is that it's all over the place, oversaturated jokes. This is probably like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on steroids with the water cooler jokes. So many jokes, so many jokes, so many jokes. My favorite parts of the movie was Natalie Portman, Jane Foster. I really like her story. They really did a great job bringing this character. You really care about her a lot. You really care about her being Mighty Thor. You really care about her and the stuff that's going on with her having cancer and everything, like how it was in the comic books and how she became Mighty Thor. So they really follow through with that. I really enjoy that stuff. I also like the stuff between her and Thor, and just how there's so many unsettling things. Just like a past ex where there's always some unsettled things after you break up, and you can see that they still care about each other and everything. And those are my favorite moments. The problem I have with this movie is Taika Waititi inserting himself into the movie as Gorg, which he was just too much of that, too much of him talking, too much of this, too much of that, in terms of the jokes, and just it's like, dude, just stop. Like they really let him, just do this movie the way he wanted it to be, and it was just so many oversaturated jokes. Not a lot of them didn't even like land at all. Like it was just so bad. You definitely see there's a lot of Disney influences. Like you see a lot of Disney influence with Zeus and the gods, and you see a little bit of that throughout the whole movie. And you see, okay, what's going on here? This doesn't feel like an MCU movie. It feels more like a parody and Disney influences. Um, Chris Hemsworth with Thor was fine. I just feel like because there's no Loki in this, they kind of made him more of the stupider one in this movie. Like they really made him more stupid and dumbed down. The action's okay, but it just doesn't feel like it's on a big scale. Valkyrie, I like Valkyrie and Ragnarok, and here it just didn't feel like they didn't know what to do with her at all. Like she's just there to be there because she's the king of Asgard, and that's pretty much it. Like it was just so I don't know, man. It's just like so bad. Like just the comedy, the dialogue, a lot of cringiness. Russell Crowe, I thought he was okay. It's Russell Crowe, but like just the whole God stuff was just really dumbed down. There was nothing but a giant joke, which is something he says in the movie where he's like, "How did the gods become a joke?" And I'm like, "Thor: Love and Thunder made you all a joke." So um, the movie does set up some stuff for a Thor 5. Thor kills, I guess you could say kills Zeus, but I guess he survived because he's a god. So now he has Zeus. Zeus is now sending his son Hercules to go find Thor. Natalie Portman, her arc does end with this one as Jane Foster. She does die at the end. If you don't know, don't watch this review, but she does die, and it just felt really emotional because of the connection between the two of them, the investment fans have had going back since Phase One. Christian Bale was good for the most part, but the thing is like a lot of the villains, they try to make him very sympathetic, like a Disney villain, and that's what the problem is. There's a lot of Disney elements into this where it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie anymore, and that's what I felt like with Doctor Strange, Mom, Multiverse of Madness, Eternals, Black Widow. So this recycling a lot of some of the old story marks, old story templates, and like a lot of the just making it more cartoonish. Like this movie felt more cartoonish, and it just wasn't catered for all people to see this movie. It just felt like this was more of kid friendly, and at the end, Thor is now more of a father figure. At the end, Gore sacrifices himself to bring his daughter back, and Thor promised Gore he'll take care of his daughter, and then at the end, he's now like a father figure, which is it just felt like very Hannah Montana, Disney Channel family shows, with him being the father who had this big past, and now like he's kind of like the second fiddle to the daughter of Gore, which we didn't really get a full introduction to. But overall, my score for this movie was a 5 out of 10. I would say if you're gonna see this movie, wait for it to be on Disney Plus. Don't spend your hard-earned money on this movie. It's not really worth seeing. I'm a big fan of Taika Waititi, and this is probably the worst of any of the movies he's done, and that's really disappointing for me as a fan. But that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Thank you for support. Click like, subscribe. Thank you all. Have a good one.